Here we go. All right. So good morning. Today's lesson is lesson number 2 for informational writing. And today's lesson is on, now that I have my topic. So yesterday your job was to find a topic. Awesome. Pat yourself on the back if you have a topic. You should have one because that was what you needed to do yesterday. Remember that you're going to stay on this topic for a month. You're not going to change it. You're going to stick with it. It might change a little bit as you research and become interested in different things, but for the most part, you're going to stay on this topic for a month. So now you have to ask yourself, okay, I've got a topic. Now what? What do I do next? And what I mean by that is, how do we both learn about something and then teach it to someone else? Because that's what informational writing is all about. Informational writing is about learning about a topic, researching a topic, getting information on it, and then teaching it. I'm not going to take questions till the very end, so please put your hand down if you have a question. So that's what I want you to ask yourself right now is, how do we learn about something and then teach it? What mental steps do we have to go through with the topic when we're learning about a new topic that we either know a little bit or a lot about? So here's what we're going to do right now. I'm going to have you just think about that, and then I'm going to have you write into the chat. So everybody open up the chat right now and chatting just to me personally. So you're not telling the whole group, you're just telling me, but I want to see something from everyone. How do we learn about a topic? And I won't say what you wrote, I won't say your name at all, but I might say like what comment you wrote if you have a good idea. So please put your comments in the chat about how we learn about a new topic. How do we tackle a new topic? We research and take notes. Awesome. And how do we research? We watch videos, we read books, sites, find sites online, research. I guess one thing I'd like to ask you is more specifically, how do you start researching? Where do you start? Where do you begin? We read books, videos, notes. I'm thinking, like, let's say you have a brand new topic that you have to learn about. Let's say tomorrow somebody says, hey, you are going to learn about and teach a class on how to send a rocket to the moon. So you say research, but how do I start on a topic like that? Oh, ask for help from somebody else. That's a great idea. We start by watching a video, maybe watch an all about video, get a feel for the big topic. That's a great idea. We should start by just looking at the internet. The problem with the internet is it's huge, right? And it goes all over the place. Find out what you don't know. That's interesting. Go to a good site, find the most important information. Okay, now you're starting to get into it. You can do a lot of things, like look at nonfiction books, taking notes, go to some sites, look at videos. Is there any particular part of a nonfiction book you might look at first? Like, how do you start reading the nonfiction books? We take time to Google, read, watch things that give us information. Go to the index at the back of the book. Where else might you look at a book to get a feel for a topic, a new topic? Table of contents, I see a lot of people saying. Okay. Great job, you guys. You can keep putting your ideas into the chat, but I'm going to move on with the lesson. So here's the thing I want to say is, when we learn something new, you're exactly right. We have to start by kind of getting an all about feeling for it. So for example, if we were in class and we were studying the Oregon history and the westward movement, we wouldn't start by just studying one little thing. We would start by kind of looking at the big topic and getting a feel for the topic so we'll know where to research. But what I want to teach you today is that you don't have to start out like you know nothing, because there are a lot of people who have already done a lot of thinking about most of the topics that you're learning about. So we can learn by studying the experts, and we can learn by studying the way the experts broke up the topics. So for example, let's say you're going to do weather, everything weather. Well, your first step is you're going to find a really great book. And in a minute, we're going to go through how to find a book, which will be awesome. But the second step is you're going to turn in that book to the table of contents to study how this person broke up the topic. Now, I'm probably not going to just write down all of these topics as my topic, because the truth is there are a lot of different ways to break up topics, and I want to get a feel for how different authors do it. So I'm going to look across several books on my topic and look at all the different table of contents to see the different ways people have broken up that topic and decide how I want to break it up. And the reason we have to break up topics is if we try to just research everything about a topic, it's going to come out super confusing. We have to do some thinking and say, how am I going to learn about this topic? How am I going to research it? Maybe today I'm just going to research this part of it. Tomorrow I'm going to research this part of it so that I can teach it in a way that makes sense. Because if I just start talking to you, like if I started to try to teach you about dragon boating, I'm guessing not many of you have been dragon boaters, but I'm kind of an expert on it. I've been doing it for 12 years. I've read about it. I've competed in it. If I started to teach you dragon boating and I just started with a topic like, let me tell you about the catch. How many of you know what I'm talking about right now? The catch and the angle. What am I talking about? If you don't know, look confused. Okay, I see a lot of confused people. Because the truth is I can't just start teaching you about a topic by diving into one little part of it. I have to give you like a table of contents, and I have to give you titles and subtitles and topics and subtopics so that you're going to be able to make sense of it. Now, if I said to you, dragon boating has a lot of parts, one of the most important parts is how you place the paddle into the water. And what we call that is the catch. Now, how many of you have a better idea what I'm talking about, right? So you've got to prepare your reader to learn about the topic, but you also have to prepare yourself to research the topic. So today is all about studying table of contents. I've got several of them here. This weather one is broken into what's the weather, weather extremes, weather predictions, and fun with weather. But my next book here, and this one is on things in the deep sea. So Tomomi might be interested in this one. This one's broken into unexpected discoveries, exploring the abyss, life and death on the vents, and the origin of life. Wow, that's intriguing. Now I have a history book on the Revolutionary War. It's got a whole lot of interesting topics, but really this one is organized sequentially. In other words, in time. So if you have a history topic, you might do it from start to finish. The new start for North America, seeds of rebellion are right at the start. The war begins, the fight for freedom, onward towards victory, that's the end of the war, and then aftermath, what happened afterwards. And then it's got some other topics, but this one's in order of time. That's another way you might organize your topic, beginning, middle, and end. Here we have one of my favorite nonfiction books on predators and some of their really cool defenses when lunch fights back. And it's organized, interestingly, by defenses. Slip sliming away. These are creatures that create slime. Concealed weapons, creatures who have weapons that are hidden like cat claws. Toxic bubbles, creatures that have like venom or poison. Master blasters. Believe it or not, there are little birds that poop on predators to keep themselves safe. Knockout punch, punching shrimp. So this is organized by types of. If you were doing a report on volcanoes, you might choose to organize your table of contents by types of. I have a few more books, but what I want to go into now is how to find books on your topic and then how to break them into categories. So today your job is to find some books on your topic and then to create a table of contents. And that is what you're going to submit to me, is a list of your table of contents. It should start with introduction, because we're all going to have an introduction to our book. And then your first chapter, you're going to have to decide how to break it up by your topic. Let's go to sharing my screen, and I'm going to show you how I would go about finding a book. Let's say I wanted to research the westward movement. So I'm going to go onto my Canvas site. There's lots of different ways of getting there, but we have those links that go to all of our library sites. I don't know why yesterday we were having trouble getting into Sora. Maybe there's some trick to that, but I could get in, but Tomomi couldn't. We found that Epic, for us, Epic had the best things. And I know you know how to get into Epic, and you can only do it during school time. But if you don't know how to get into Epic, if you go into your language arts, you'll find this one that says all links. And I want you to click on that and open it. If it'll open, come on, baby. There it is. In here, we have ARC Bookshelf, Epic, Sora, your class code, Washington County Library, Libby. I want you to go to Epic. You can do other research, like if you want to go to the library or order things from the library, that's awesome. If you happen to have a lot of books, that's awesome. Yours is going to come up with a whole bunch of kid names. Mine comes up a little bit differently. Elijah's got a book. Okay, welcome Ms. Law's class. Don't see your name. Here's all your names. Look at that. So famous. I'm going to go down to my name, which is guest. And I'm going to search by title, author, or keyword. So here I go. Let's do westward movement. Awesome. And then what I'm going to want to do, oh, look at that. There's quite a bit in there. I'm going to go into this Westward Ho book and just look at that one. And I want to find my table of contents. Oh, it doesn't have a table of contents. So I'm going to go back. And if that didn't work with Westward Movement, because not that much here is on Westward Movement, I'm going to try to type in a different search term. How about this one? Oregon Trail. Let's see if that works. Because the truth is, when you're searching things up, you have to be very flexible. Okay, here we go. Heading west, Oregon Trail and westward expansion. That looks good. Let's see if this one, oh, look, table of contents. So I'm going to sit here and it says cast of characters, event timeline. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Now I'm going to go to another book because I remember today I want to study a lot of tables of contents. So, oh, this one has an introduction, history. If it doesn't have a table of contents, you can kind of look through the titles. Being a pioneer, oh, those are cool. These are some life on the trail. So here's my categories. Daily schedule, tools. Oh, I kind of like how this one, oh, I kind of like how this one is set up. I like the topics. So I might want to do some sort of way of doing it like that, but I'm even going to go look at a couple more books. So here's another one, Onward, the Oregon Trail and Westward Expansion. Oh, good. Chapter 1, Abigail Peterson. Chapter 2, Cheyenne Tribesmen. So this looks like it's interviews with people who were on the Oregon Trail. Oh, look, these are perspectives. I'm probably going to want to remember that one for when I write my perspective story. But I don't really like it for today. So far I've liked that one the best. Let me try one more. Do you see how I'm looking through lots and lots of books? Here we have The Call of the West, Exploring Oregon Country, Oregon Fever, Life on the Trail. Definitely going to have Life on the Trail. So now I'm going to take my notes and I'm going to write down my categories. Life on the Trail. Let's see, introduction, definitely. Remember that for this book, you need to have an introduction, at least 3 subtopics. So I need more than just life on the trail. I think I'm going to go back to that other one that I had and look at that again because I really liked the way they did it. I think it was it this one? No, it was not that one. Might have been this one. Oh yeah, I liked these categories.
Shovel.
Oh, Ms. Laws. There you go.
Or
Tools, children, daily schedule. Oh, so life on the trail, being a pioneer. So I would say who went, because then I can talk about the pioneers and the people on the trail. Life, I would say why they went might be important. And then who went, and then daily life on the trail. And then I don't know what I'll end it with. I'll have to look some more. I think you guys get the idea. So today, again, your job is very simple, but it's also not simple. 1, locate a bunch of books on the topic. So spend a lot of time persevering and finding several books. 2, Study the table of contents and decide how you want to have a table of contents. 3, type up a table of contents or write it on paper and submit your topic and your table of contents this week. And that's all you have to do today for your book. And then you can, of course, start reading on it, because I know you want to start becoming experts. And if you find out any super cool facts, just send them to me. Now I will take questions. So I'm going to remove the spotlight, and these questions need to be about our informational writing unit. So does anyone have questions about informational writing? Riot, go ahead now. No question, Rod? Your hand is raised. Nope. Okay. It looks like we're okay.
My hand was raised because I had a bingo. That's why.
Oh, okay.
And I forgot to lower it down.
Okay.
I'll lower it down.
So hopefully you guys understand what you're doing with your informational books. I'm going to stop the recording now. So